Det var ju inte den här. Inte böj.
See, that is the situation.
guy said we could run him in 15 minutes. Where he at? I mean, I'm about to say I ain't got all night, but I don't work tomorrow, so I kind of do, but, I will. Like, let's not make this an all-night affair, but I definitely am trying to, let's run it, Tired of losing this league. Can get my ass whooped. Yeah, yeah. Like, I joined in the year 2037. So imagine some of those guys, been with their teams for 9 years in the game, you know. They got their recruiting and their pipelines and all that shit, bro. They got like the system. Me, I come in there, I'm like, I gotta turn my program, make it for me and all this shit. I keep forgetting to buy a controller. Oh, I need to try just using my PS5 controller. I'm tripping.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Michigan Wolverines. College football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Horned Frogs will put total weather and we'll get started. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The inside handoff. There he goes. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. It's got to make a statement to them.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Fights off the defender. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Use the play fake, now to throw. Big spread.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, running back on the move. Breaks into the open. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's 1st down. Right back to the well. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Running to the left. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo. Looking to pass. It's Bean. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it. And it
short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls out.
They kick it away on 4th down. All the way back to the 15. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Great job getting the interception. Maybe an even better job on the return. You got the convoy. You're finding your blockers. You're out in the open field. You're saying, hey, coach, watch me with the ball in the open space. Maybe I can get on offense and get a few throws. That was a phenomenal individual effort.
Using the quick game. And he will take it in. Touchdown, TCU!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the ball comes out. Inviting disaster. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Catch in the middle. It's Antonio. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerber or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Greasy, guys that could hurt you throwing the...
And the rush will get to him at the 25. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Might as well give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Wolverines, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to fire. Now improvising. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Off the play fake. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Finds a man on the left.
And as a quarterback, you know when you're throwing a corner route, the football is going to travel a long distance, so you've got to have great timing. You've got to get the ball out of your hands before the receivers come out of his break. You've also got to put a lot of air under the pass so the wide receiver can locate it. You can tell this quarterback has thrown a ton of these routes in practice.
They'll try to get outside. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Horned Frogs want to move quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. To throw, it's Bean. Finds his man, it's Knight. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
give from the gun. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Really nice first down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
And the horn frogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Caught close to the marker. It's Knight. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
It's a draw. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Dropping back, it's Bean. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage trying to throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Army is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up off the canvas before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Northwestern. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
Slips one guy, now he's loose. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Scanning the field, it's Bean. Finds a tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Caught near the sticks. It's Knight. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air, it's Bean. A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Wolverines will boot away to start the second half. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Turning it on! And he'll take it to
such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. Trying play action. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
The Wolverines need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab past the marker. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on it.
He's going to fire deep. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man, or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
He'll take another shot here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times, he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Pulls it in. It's McFadden. Gets it out across the 40. Stopped short of the line to gain. They'll mark it at the 41, and might they choose to go for it here. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. With the catch, it's 4. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again, or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Looking downfield, it's Bean. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. The Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is in the air. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. The home team is just destroying the competition today, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The away team has done nothing to stop this offense. This is ugly today. They're up 14 over Liberty.
Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll try to blast their way in. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Hand off from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. That's caught. It's Matonio. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolverines are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Looking left. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Unloads to the right.